As the third and final season of Red Oaks releases on Amazon, we spoke to Craig Roberts about bidding farewell to the show and why he'll never save the galaxy in Star Wars. Hollyoaks' return for Shane confirmed as he takes revenge on Cleo and Joel following breakout success on Richard Ayoade's directorial debut Submarine. Craig Roberts, 26, has gone on to have a varied career encompassing blockbuster comedies 22 Jump Street, Bad Neighbors, smaller British flicks Kill Your Friends, The Double, along with a spin in the director's chair on 2015's Just Jim. His biggest TV venture, however, has been Amazon's Red Oaks, a breezy coming-of-age comedy set in the 80s, which sees Craig play David Myers as he begins working at a New Jersey country club during his summer break. The show's third season, however, represents the last, which Craig says was a bittersweet notion because it's the best season there's been yet. Speaking to Metro.co.uk about what to expect, Craig said, "You can expect less Red Oaks, I suppose. It's not so much at the country club, more we kind of go into the city. There's a wonderful resolve to a lot of the characters, they come of age and find themselves. If you put me and John Boy a guest part in Star Wars, you'd fear for the whole galaxy. I actually think this season's the best season, so it feels weird to end it. It's been condensed to 6 episodes and I think that works very well for the narrative. I was definitely sad, because the creators and everybody are so lovely and it's a real privilege to be on the show. It's easy, it's an 80s comedy. It's not like we're shooting The Wire. It's an easy thing to do." One of the show's executive producers is David Gordon Green, who is helming the forthcoming Halloween reboot starring Jamie Lee Curtis. As any sane horror enthusiast would, Craig tried his chances in potentially scooping a role to face off against Michael Myers. "Yes, I did. I love Halloween," Craig said. "I was like, can I just please be in it?" I think in a polite way he said no. They're actually doing something really interesting with that. From what David told me, it seems like they were going with a really cool angle. But I don't think I have a place in it. I absolutely love horror movies. They're my favorite movies. When I was 16 and 17 I would binge bad horror movies all the time. There's almost like a false sense of security because you know what's going to happen, where you're going to go and how it's going to end. But there's something I like about that." His own acting career, however, has mostly comprised of comedies, and despite stating how he felt like a lottery ticket winner when working with Seth Rogen on Bad Neighbors, his personal highlight is his experience on breakout hit 2010 Submarine with director Richard Ayoade. "I learned a lot from Richard," Craig said. "That was the first thing that I did that was seen by anybody, I suppose. Or that I thought I could talk about or I was happy with." He's aware, however, of being pigeonholed into playing similar characters since the awkward and lovable Oliver Tate, which he prescribes to a number of different factors. "It's usually the same thing because of how I'm built," Craig said. "The audience decide what you can play and who you are. Also your genes decide that as well. I can't really, if you put me in John Boyega's part in Star Wars, you'd fear for the whole galaxy. There's no saving that. I'm pigeonholed anyway, so it's always good to make interesting choices and do something a bit different. Acting style as well limits you what you can do, so I just do stuff that I think is interesting and people I want to work with. It's usually people involved in the projects. Scripts are hard to know whether they're going to be good," Craig adds. "I've seen some amazing scripts and they've turned out terrible, and I've seen it where it's the other way round. There's no way of telling, there's no formula for it. Usually it's just the director's fault though, probably." To break from that box, he's now focusing efforts on his second offering as a director called Eternal Beauty, which is set to start shooting next year. "I've been acting less and less over the last couple of years because I've been writing another movie I'm going to be directing in January. All I can say is it's called Eternal Beauty and it's about a lady that creates a non-reality. I suppose I'm breaking being pigeonholed by going behind camera more because I like that aspect of it. I've been acting for about 15 or 16 years now, so until I get more facial hair, change a little bit or look aged, I feel like it's good to change things up." You can catch Red Oak Season 3 currently streaming on Amazon. More Crystal Maze contestant suffers epic fail after getting stuck on a planet. More everything you need to know about Mr. Robot Season 3.